Today class topic is today class topic is what? Yeah, displaying the veg items and what non-veg items, right? Displaying the veg items and we discussed yesterday class Spark completed, guys. What is Spark? Single application, instead of reloading the entire project, we need to reload the specific content of the application, right? Specific content. Yesterday class we created the Spark example. If you click on the veg items, only veg items component will be loaded. Remaining loaded and not loaded. Specific component will be loaded. And what is the predefined support we installed yesterday? React router. Down. There is a DOM. DOM. Yesterday class we discussed a single application, guys, but today class is very powerful concept that is called, Redux. What the concept name? Redux. Next 2-3 days almost we'll go for the Redux concept. Redux is used to ReactJs Redux. Redux. Redux like to maintain the global state, yeah. Maintain what? Yeah. Topic is what? Redux. Redux to maintain the global state. We discussed use state hook, right? We discussed about what? Use state. Use state will maintain the component state. Specific component state. In the specific component, if you want to maintain the value, to maintain what? Data. Value means what? Data, right? The specific component to maintain the data, you are going for the use state hook. Use state hook is a local state, global state, local state. Use state hook to maintain the data at what level? To maintain the data at local state or global state? Local state. Local state means component level, guys. Local state means what? Component level. Yeah. Use state hook to maintain the data at component level, guys. That is use state hook to maintain the data at local state. Means what? Tell me, guys. Means what? Component level. All components are component level. That is called local state. Use state hook. What state? Use state. What state? Use state. Yeah, use state hook to maintain the data at what level, guys? Component level, right? The component level. And we are writing the logics, right? Tell me, guys, we are writing the logics. We are writing the logics using what function, guys? Here? Arrow functions. Up to now we are writing the arrow functions, right? Arrow functions to write what? Logics. We are writing the logics using what? Arrow functions. Arrow functions at what level? Tell me, guys, at a component level. What level? Yeah, component level. See, component level to maintain the data, use state. Component level to maintain the data, what? Use state. Component level to write the logics, arrow functions. That's a component level. Component level, we have we are writing the logics using arrow function at what level, guys? Here, component level, right? That is 1 point. That is a 1 point. But you tell me, you need to maintain the cart. You need to maintain the cart. Cart means what? We need to click on the add to cart button. So we need to maintain the cart. Cart will maintain the data for one component. Cart will maintain the data. The data specific to one component, data specific to multiple components. Because laptops, you click on the add to cart. That should be added in the cart. That should be added in what? Cart. And bottle, we are clicking on add to cart, add into the cart. It means what? We need to maintain the data component level for all components. For all components, you need to maintain on cart, right? Yes or no? Yeah. To maintain the data, to maintain the state at component level, global. State management at a component level, global we have to maintain. Global we have to maintain global state. To maintain the global state, we are using the concept Redux. To maintain what? Global state. We are using concept is what? Redux. Global state. Global state means what? The data is the data is specific to the component, common for all components. Common for all components. That's something like office, main office. We have the 5 classrooms, 10 classrooms are there. 10 classrooms, we have every classroom contains office room. For 10 classrooms, single office is there. For 10 classrooms, we have the single office. Yes, sir. That is local state or global state. Nothing but a cart. Cart is used to maintain the local state or global state. It means that maintain the value, that value is specific to what? One component, multiple components are. Because laptops click on the add to cart, cart added. Mobiles click on add to cart, cart added. Web items click on the add to cart, cart is added, right? That's like, to maintain the global state. Wait, to maintain what? Yeah, to maintain the global state, to maintain what? To maintain what state is here? Global state. Nothing but a global value. Global state, use the concept is what? Redax. Is what the concept is? Redax. Local state means? They use local state. Local state means what? Use state. Global state means what? Redax. Right. Global state means what? Redax. We are using Redax store to maintain the state. Redax store. Try to understand it. If you know these points, React is completed for today class. If you know how to handle the global state and local states. Component level, what state we have? Local state or global state? Component level, we have the local state, and how to maintain the local state using use state hook. Using what hook? Use state hook. And we are writing the logic set using what functions here? Arrow functions at the component level. But to maintain the global state, to maintain what? Global state, what you can say here, cart, use what? Tell me, use what? Redax, right? To maintain the global state, use the what the concept is here? Use store. Redax store, right? Good. And even yesterday class, veg components, we have the veg items. Non-veg component, non-veg items. Laptop component, laptop items, right? Assume that we have the 10 components. How many components? 10 components means every component we have to maintain items. Option 1. Option 1 is what? Every component we need to maintain the items. 10 components means what? First component items are there, second component items are there, third component items are there, like that. If tomorrow, if any modifications are required, I need to open all the components, I need to check that where I have to add the data. Option 1. Option 2. Take these all the items in one central place. We take the all items in what? One central place. All the components read the data from the central place. All the components read the item from where? Central place. Yesterday class, veg items, veg item component. Non-veg items, non-veg item components. Laptop items, laptop component, right? But that is good. Maintain the central storage is good. Central storage. We maintain what storage is good. Center. Because tomorrow, if any modification required, go to the central storage and do the modifications, right? Which one is good? Local storage is good. Central storage is good. That is called Redux. That is what? Redux. Redux store is there. Redux is a library. Redux is the library providing the predefined support. And Redux store is used to maintain the global state. All the components will be maintained at what? Global state, right? So all the components are maintained at what? Global state. All the components are maintained at global state. What the components, the veg items, non-veg items, laptop, all are maintained in the global state. This is nothing but a store. Nothing but what? Store. All the components, you please read the data from where? Store. Tomorrow, any modifications required, I can go to the store, I can add the items, I can delete the items, I can do any operations on what level? Component level, store level. Huh? That's what veg items, non-veg item maintain at component level is good, store level is good. That's what this store is called Redux. This store is what? Redux. Redux is what? Library, providing the predefined support. And store is what? To maintain the data. To maintain what? Data. Understood? If you know that point, guys, if you are good at React, that's all. So how many states we have? Total 2 states, local state and global state. Local state means the component level, specific component, specific state, specific data. But you need to maintain the local state and global state. We need to maintain the global state. All the items should be maintained at what? Global state. All the items at what state? Why global state? Tomorrow, if any modification required, I can do it what state? Global state. I can read the data from global state. I can update data in what? Global state, right? That is the Redux store. Redux what? Yeah. Understood? How many states total we need to maintain? 2 states. Local state and global state. Local state means specific to the component. Global state means State means data. State means what? State means what? The data is you need to maintain the complete data at what level? State store level. Store means what? Centralized component. Store is what component? That component can be accessed in one. Store can be accessed by one component. All components are. That is called store. That is called what? Store. Very important. Store is used to maintain the global data. Store is used to maintain what? Global data. Use state hook to maintain the local data. Use state to maintain what? Local data. That's one point. Yes. And second point, you can do one thing. Sometimes logic should be specific to the component. Logic should be what? Specific to the component. One component I want to write the logics. You write the logics using arrow functions. Write logics using what? Arrow functions. What functions are? But tell me, when I click the add to cart button, what button? Add to cart. Add to cart means what? That item should be adding to the cart, right? The item should be adding where? Remove from the cart means the item should be removed from cart, right? So to add to cart means we need to write some logic. Logic, no need to write the logic. Add to cart, we need to write the logic, no need to write the logic. We need to write the logic. Remove cart, we need to write the logic. Logic writing are not required. Huh? What required? Tell me. Add to cart some logic required. Remove cart some logic required. But tell me this add to cart functionality, remove cart functionality, add to cart, remove cart. That is specific to the component that logic is required for the multiple components. Specific to the question. Yeah, we listen the question properly. I'm writing like add to cart button. Add to cart, click on add to cart. Remove cart. Remove cart means what? Removed from the cart. Add to cart functionality is specific to the component that logic required for the multiple components. Multiple components. Multiple components is specific to the component. Why multiple components? Add to cart logic required. Remove cart logic required. That logic is specific to the component. That logic required for the multiple components. Online people, please respond. Add to cart functionality that is specific to the component, common for multiple components. Hey, add to cart is specific to the component that logic required for the multiple components. Multiple components. Why multiple components? Specific to the component, multiple components. Why multiple components? Different. Good. Different items should be added, right? Like mobiles products is there, add to cart button is there. Laptops is there, add to cart is there. Shirt is there, add to cart button is there. Yes or no? What else also contains add to cart button? It means this add to cart button is specific to the one component and multiple components are multiple It means that logic is required for one component and multiple components are. The logic is required for one component and multiple components are. Multiple components. Definitely add to cart button should be there in the veg items, non-veg items, because veg items is one component, non-veg items is one component, milk is one component, vegetables is one component, and what? These all are the different what? Components. Add to cart logic required for one component or multiple components, multiple components. Hey, add to cart required for one component or multiple components are multiple components. It means that logic is required for one component or multiple components or multiple. మీరు ఏడు మోహన్ వేసుకొని multiple components అంటే కష్టం. We need to understand local state, local access. Global state, global access. Local state means the state value belongs to specific component. Local action is the logic specific to that component. Local state and local actions. Global state and global actions. Global state means the data can be used by one component, all components. Sweta, all components. But you make them up. The data is maintained for one component, all components are. That is state. That local state and global state are. Global state. Add to cart logic is there. Add to cart logic is specific to the component, common for all components are. Common for all common for all components. Common for all components. Specific to the component. Name కూడా అంతే నేస్కి చెప్తాను నైస్గా చెప్తాను నేను కూడా component is specific to the component or components. All components. All components means all components. All components where you write the code. Where you write the code. All the components means write what? Global state. My student you. Masala good morning. Completed, task completed. Fine. Local state. In local state and global state. Local states. Local actions. That's it. Local state means use state. Local actions means arrow functions. Global state means the state is specific to one component, all components are. It means all items should be maintained at component level of global state. All items can be maintained at global state, like office room. And everyone can go to the office room, take your material and take your receipt, whatever you want. And add to cut is local function, global function. Local function. Add to cut is specific to one component, common for multiple components. That logic is required for the multiple components. Add to cart logic, remove cart logic, because veg items add to cart required, non-veg items add to cart required, and milk items add to cart required. This logic is required for one component, multiple components. Write that logics in the Redux store. Write the logics in what? Redux. It means you observe like 2 points here: local state, global state. Local actions, global actions. Add to cart is a local action or global action? Global action. Global. What action? Global. What action? Discount calculation, local action or global action? Discount calculations. Global action or local action? Global action. Local action. Huh? Discount calculation, local action or global action? Local action, because we will calculate discount only once in the while maintaining the cart. Checkout is you done the checkout, right? While doing the checkout, you calculate discount one time, you calculate the coupon code only one time. One time or multiple times are? One time or multiple times are? Discount calculations, coupon code calculations, logic is done how many times? Only once, right at component level. But add to cart, remove cart, clear cart, that is for the local actions or global actions? Huh? Then you can go for the store. What is purpose of Redux? To maintain the global state of the application, which contains like global state and global actions. Global state and what? Global state means the data is specific to one component or all components are. Global actions means the action is specific to one component or all components are. That is called Redux. That is what amount. Finally understood that Redux contains store. Store contains what? Redux means store. Redux is the library providing the store. Store contains the states, like local state and global state. State means what? Data. State means what? Data. State means what? Data. State means what? Actions means logic. Actions means what? State means data. Actions means so store contains what? Global state and tempo ravatla local. Redux is what? Library to provide what? Store. Store means what? Store to maintain the global state, nothing but what? Global state is what? Global data. Global state and what we can say? Global actions. Global state and what? Global state means data. Global data. The data is common for one object for all components. Global actions means the actions are specific to one component, all components are. What is the global data? Maintain all the products at the store. Maintain all the products at what? Store. You maintain all the products in store, all the components, you read the data from the store. Base items read from store, non-base items read from store, products read from store. All are read from store. Tomorrow, if any modification required, I don't need to touch the components. I don't need to touch what? Components. I need to touch what? What? Reduce chatting better. Chattings and what? Meetings.
ఇంటికాడికా
This time is
అందులోకా
less studying and
అవుతా ఉన్నా నష్టం
ఎగ్జామ్ రాయంటే వాడిని ఏమన్నా తెలుసా సార్
నిన్ను అడిగాను
సార్ చూసి
ఇప్పుడు వేయచ్చిన
నువ్వు చేసిందే పనికి మళ్ళీ పని
నా దగ్గర ఉంటే ₹20 తినొచ్చు ఇచ్చిన
చేసిందే
అడగల నిన్ను అడిగితే ఇంకా ఇవ్వలేదు నారాయణ డబ్బులు ఇస్తా అంటే సరే మేడం
real time is very simple, yeah. We need to maintain some basic focus. That's all. Yesterday class we discussed single with application. Is a big process or very small task? Take the links, for the links route the components. You ask that question to any one of your React friends. Today we discussed about what Redux. Redux is a library, contains a store. What does the store contains? Store contains what? Global states. The state is specific to the component, all components are. The state, the data is specific to the component, all components are. State means data, global state. Actions means logics. Local actions are global actions are. So finally, store contains the global data and global actions. Component level, if you want a use state to maintain the value, you know, use state like to increment the value, decrement the value, like use state book. Logics, you can write arrow functions. So global actions, global data is there in the store. Redux store. Redux what? Store. In the Redux store, we have the global actions and what global data. That's it, guys. I hope you understood, right? How many types of actions? Two types. Local actions and local actions means the actions are specific to the component. Discount calculations is a local action or global action? Coupon code applied, local action or global action? Because that should be applied only when you check out the cards. Check out only one time. Global actions. The actions are specific to the component, common for all components. Add to cart, specific to the component that is required for the multiple components. Add to cart, remove cart, that is local actions or global actions. Global actions. To maintain the discount percentage. Discount percentage is the value. We have to maintain the value, right? Discount percentage is the local state or global state? Local state or global state? Local state. Because discount will be applied only once while discussing, while doing like, you know, calculations, only once. But all items, base items, non-base items, we have to maintain at component level or common data now. Yesterday class, base items is there in the one component, non-base items are there in one component. But tomorrow, if any modification required, every component we have to open, right? We don't do that. You maintain these all the items at what level of global state? All the components will read the data from where? Global state. Components like no, the products are there at the component level or global state. Components you maintain all the components at what level? What level? Global state. That is the concept of what? Redux. Heading, take the new page. React Redux store. Redux. When you start the new concept, make the new page, better. ఆడ మూల పెడుతున్నారు నేను పెట్టింది హెడ్డింగ్ స్పా అని కింద 4 లైన్ల గ్యాప్ అంతే సింగిల్ అప్లికేషన్ పెట్టింది React Redux. Regex is used for centralized the state. The state and action can be maintained the states. The state means what? Data. Action means what? It's logics. Can be maintained in two ways. One is what? Local state and actions. Second one is what? Global state and actions. Global state and actions. Regex is used to maintain Regex store. Regex store used to maintain the global state and global actions. To maintain the local state and local actions. Local state. To maintain local state, use state hooker and write the local actions using one second. Add that one like global state. Global state means what? Global state means data. What is the data here? Cart. Cart is the global state. Cart means what? Value. Cart means what? Value. Cart value increasing, right? That value is specific to the component and common for all the component. Cart value and all the global state means what? Cart value, all the products. Cart value. It maintain the all components. What the cart value will maintain? Cart value. It maintain all the components. Item count. All the products. All the products available in store. So that cart is the global state. All the products are available in store so that components can access the data from store. Global actions. Add to cart, common, remove cart. Remove cart functionality, add to cart and remove cart functionality. Common to what? All components. To maintain the local state, use the use state hook. Write the logics using local state. What the local state is here? Discount percentage. Discount percentage is local state or global state? Local state. Discount coupon code. They are the values for the local state. Local actions. Calculating discount is local action or global action? Local action or global action? Local or global? Local. Global. Calculating discount. Calculate discount local action or global action? Local action. Why global action? Every component you are calculating discount. Only cart you are calculating discount. Only checkout. While checkout only you are calculating discount, right? Or every time you are calculating discount. అన్ని ఎక్కడ ఉన్నాయి ఒక కార్ట్లోనే కదా క్యాలిక్యులేట్ డిస్కౌంట్ అన్ని దగ్గర డిస్కౌంట్ క్యాలిక్యులేట్ చేస్తావు when the discount is calculated when you click on the checkout, right? Checkout అప్పుడే డిస్కౌంట్ క్యాలిక్యులేట్ అయ్యేది checkout అంటే how many times? Only one time కదా you are calculating discount. Local actions means what? Location action రాసినట్లు local action calculating discount and calculating amount, total amount. Calculating discount and calculating total amount is a local action or global action, sir? Huh? You understood that every day you're doing shopping, right? Amazon, Flipkart, and these all same actions we are doing, right? Discount calculations, total amount calculation, one time or multiple times, sir? One time when we click on what checkout. But add to cart, remove cart for the one page or multiple pages, sir? Multiple pages means that is local action or global action. It means the logic should be right one time or multiple times, sir? Multiple times in the standard. Add to cart is the a functionality, right? Specific to the component, common for all component. Add to cart logic ఒక కాంపోనెంట్ లో ఉంటుంది మల్టిపుల్ కాంపోనెంట్స్ లో ఉంటుంది యాడ్ టు కార్ట్ లాజిక్ is specific to the component common for all components. మరి ఇందాక ఏమంటున్నాను specific to the component అన్నావు కదా that logic is specific to the component common for all components. Common for all components, that is a local action or global action. Global action is where we have to write. ఎక్కడ రాదు మీరు ఆగండి అమ్మా నువ్వు చెప్పరా ఎక్కడ రాస్తారు స్టోర్లో ఏముంటాయి వాట్ వీ హ్యావ్ ఇన్ ద స్టోర్లో ఒక మూల నువ్వు కూర్చో ఇంకో మూల నేను కూర్చుంటాను ఇంకో మూల వాడు కూర్చోపెడతాం వాడు ఎదురు మొక్కవాడు స్టోర్లో ఏముంటాయిరా అది స్టాండర్డ్ స్టోర్లో ఏముంటాయి చెప్పు డేటా ఉంటుంది ఏ డేటా నీదే నాదే ఎవరిదిరా డేటా వెరీ గుడ్ ఎవరిది కాంపోనెంట్ డేటా ఉంటుంది దరిద్రం వెళ్ళిపోయింది ఒకసారి అనిపిస్తుందిరా వెళ్ళిపోదా స్టోర్లో ఏముంటాయి ఆ అవినాష్ వచ్చిందా అని లేపు అవినాష్ రాలేదా అవినాష్ రాలేదా టిఫిన్ చేద్దాం అన్నాడు ఏమంటాయి స్టోర్లో లాస్ట్ కలిసినాడు స్టోర్లో ఏముంటాయి గ్లోబల్ గ్లోబల్ డేటా అండ్ గ్లోబల్ యాక్షన్స్ నేర్చుకుంటుంది వస్తే అమ్మాయి చూడు ఎట్లా చదువుతుందో అమ్మాయి చూసి నేర్చుకుంటుంది ఇప్పుడు గ్లోబల్ డేటాకి ఎగ్జాంపుల్ చెప్పమ్మా గ్లోబల్ డేటా గ్లోబల్ యాక్షన్స్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ యాడ్ టు కట్ ఈస్ గ్లోబల్ డేటా గ్లోబల్ యాక్షన్ గ్లోబల్ డేటా నైస్ గ్లోబల్ యాక్షన్ రిమూవ్ కట్ global data. What is action? But add to cut logic doesn't matter. Data and data. The data and the data. Should have. Chapter store level. Global data. And global data and you బుర్ర ఎడ పెట్టాలి ఎంత సోది బుర్రలో ఇన్ని ఆడ పెడతారు బుర్రలు ఆడ పెడతారా స్టోర్లు ఏమిటి అమ్మా మొబైల్ డేటానా మొబైల్ డేటా ఏందిరా స్టోర్ వాట్ ఇస్ see until unless you don't have the clarity about the concept how to implement the concept implementation is a fraction of seconds but understanding what we have to implement is very important. Global data means store level Redux store. Chipper half the global data. Global data ఒకటే ఉండిద్దా గ్లోబల్ స్టేట్ కూడా ఉండిద్ది డేటా అంటే స్టేట్ ఏంటి ఇది అరే ఆడ కనెక్టర్స్ వస్తున్నాయి కదా లేవా ఆడ Redux store uses to maintain the global state and global data. At చూస్తానే ఉన్నావు పక్కన ఇప్పుడు చెప్పు స్టోర్ లేవండి గ్లోబల్ డేటా అంటే ఏంటి గ్లోబల్ డేటా అంటే గ్లోబల్ స్టేట్ అంటే గ్లోబల్ డేటా గ్లోబల్ యాక్షన్స్ అంటే స్టోర్లు ఏముంటాయి అది స్టోర్లు ఏముంటాయి హరి నీ పక్కన లేకపోయా పెద్ద మనిషి సార్ నిలబడ్డాడు పెద్ద మనిషి వెయిట్ చేస్తున్నా చెప్పరా గ్లోబల్ గూగుల్ గ్లోబల్ స్టేట్ అంటే గ్లోబల్ యాక్షన్స్ గ్లోబల్ స్టేట్ అంటే ఏంటి గ్లోబల్ యాక్షన్ అంటే ఏంటి స్టేట్ అంటే ఏంటి ఫస్ట్ స్టేట్ అంటే ఏంటి అప్పుడు గ్లోబల్ స్టేట్ అంటే ఏంటి గ్లోబల్ డేటా ఏంటిది గ్లోబల్ డేటా the data is common for all components ఏ data అంటే ఆ data example I'm asking that example what is the example for the global data add to cut is a global data అరే ఆ చెప్పేవాళ్ళని సరిగ్గా చెప్పండి రకంగా మొత్తం చెప్పాలి గుర్తులేదండి వాడికి గ్లోబల్ డేటా అంటే గ్లోబల్ చెప్పు what the store contains Redux store what the store contains global state and global action state means what data actions means what logics global state means global data what is the example of global data cart is the global data cart torque value, and all the components, all the objects, sorry, all the products. Products maintain at component level or global level. Store level, you need to maintain all the components. There's a global state, global data. Global actions means what? Logics. Add to cart is a specific to one component, common for multiple components. Because add to cart is there in the multiple components. Every component add to cart, add to cart, add to cart is there, right? That logic should be implemented one time or multiple times. The multiple time and you add to cart logic should be written how many times, sir? One time. One time where we have tried. Add to cart is a local functionality, global functionality. Global logic, because that logic can be used by one component or multiple components. Every component contains add to cart. It means you don't write the logic multiple times. Logic should be writing only how many times, sir? One time. Where? Store. Where you write? Store. Local actions, sir. Local state, global state. Local actions, global actions. Local state means local value. State means what? Data. State means what? Data. And others it's all making already. Redux store used to maintain the global state and global data. Global state and global actions. Install the Redux dependency. Redux, like the dependency we need to install. What is the dependency we need to install for the Redux? npm install at the ReactJs toolkit, Redux toolkit, and React Redux. What is the dependency we need to install for Redux? What is Redux? Redux is a state management library providing a predefined support. What's the dependency we need to install? React Redux. Simply can say what the dependency we need to install means React Redux we need to install. Yesterday class single application, what dependency? React router down. Today React Redux. Redux is a state management library that provides the predefined support to handling what? For handling application local state or global state of application global state. Please React store. What is Redux store? What the purpose of the store? Store means what? To maintain the stores the entire application, stores the application state and what? Application global state and what? Store the application. Store the application global state and global actions. Global state means the state is specific to the component or common for all components are. Is specific to the component or common for all components are. Common for all components. Global actions means
add to cart.
here I call like now what is reducer. What is reducer means observe carefully. We are writing the global actions, right? The global actions. What are the global actions you are writing? Tell me. The global actions like what are the global actions? Add to cart, remove cart. These global actions we are calling it as reducers. Global actions we are calling what? Reducer. The global actions we are calling it as reducers. Local actions means what? Arrow functions. Global actions means you are saying what? Reducers. The global actions like add to cart, remove cart, we are calling reducers. What is reducers? Huh? Global actions we are calling it as reducers. Global actions like add to cart, remove cart, we are calling as reducers. Where the reducers will write? Where you will write reducers? ఎక్కడ రాస్తారు reducers? యూట్యూబ్ లో రాస్తారా? ఎక్కడ రాస్తారు reducers? Reducers అంటే ఏంటి? Reducers means global actions. Global actions means store. The global actions like add to cart we are calling reducers. Where you will write reducers? Where you will maintain the global state? Where we will maintain the global state and reducers. Where you will maintain the global state and reducers? Store. Where we will maintain the global state, nothing but global data and what you can say, reducers. So finally, we understood that store contains what? Global state and global actions. So when you write the global state and global logics, global state and what? Right. Global state and what? Global logic. When you write the global state and global logic, one point, listen. You write a global state and global logic. What is the JSX file? JavaScript, HTML కాదురా ఏదో ఫీల్డ్. HTML అన్న XML అన్న ఇట్లా మళ్ళీ సొమ్ములు ఉంటావు. అట్లాగా JSX means what? Writing the HTML code inside the JavaScript. That is called JSX. You don't tell the full forms in interviews. DOM is document object model. You would have so. What is JSX? Writing the HTML code inside the. Nice. And you tell me. Store what you will write? Global state and. When you write the global state and global actions, are you writing HTML code inside the JavaScript or only logic, sir? Only. JSX file means what you are writing. Writing the HTML code inside the JavaScript, you are writing some HTML code. But I have told like the store. Store contains what? Global state and global actions. Global state and global logic means are you writing only logic or are you writing HTML code also? Only logic. Add to cart functionality only you are writing. Add to cart, remove cart functionality only you are writing and data only you are maintaining. Yes, store contains what? Global state and global. Are you writing any HTML code there? It means you are not writing HTML code inside the JavaScript. So JSX is not required. Store is like JS file, only JavaScript file. Store is what file? Yeah, JSX file or .js file. In today's class we discussed JSX. JSX will be converted into again JS only using the compiler. What the compiler? Babel. Babel. What compiler? Babel compiler. That's what this store contains what? Global state and what? Global state and global action is you are writing only JavaScript code. Are you writing any HTML code inside the JavaScript? You are not writing the HTML code inside the JavaScript. So we require what? .jsx or .js? Exactly. We require only .js file. It means store is what? .jsx file or .js file? Background store is what? .js or .jsx? .js. వీళ్ళకి ల్యాబ్ ఇక్కడే. Understood, right? He said that you sleep here only. Don't need to go to the lab. Okay, make the comfort zone and take it. Dora, you sleep here only, no problem. Masala here only. Lab required. For you lab required, right? But the chicken which you only go to the lab. I will recommend. Upon contributing lab, you come with me. I will go in the lab. Topic. Topic. .js. Clear? .js. Yes. JS, important. What file you have to write? JS, that's it. Store contains what? Store means global state and global actions. Are you writing HTML code or only JavaScript code? Only JavaScript. Store is a .js file or .js? Good. Middle point also. Hey, today you read this all the terminology. Today evening I will come and I'll ask some questions and I will start the example on this Redux. Like state management. If you're good at the state management, you're good at the subject. Evening class I'll go for the like example. Okay. Where we will retain the global state and the reducers. What is reducer? Nice, good. And tell me guys, store in store you will write what? Store. Store is like store is .js file, .js or .jsx file. Tell me guys. In store you will write what? Global state and what? Reducers. You terminals like global actions means reducers, right? You terminals is like reducers better. Global state and what? Reducers. We will write inside what? Inside the store. So save the file. Save the file. What file guys? Store.js. Save the file. Storage.js file or JSX file. Because store contains only states and the reducers. States and what? Reducers. Modify right. What on the modify modify store.js. Hello, sir. Yesterday I didn't get the output. Please check one, sir. Sir, please share yesterday notes. Very good. Different values. Very good. Yeah, fine. Yesterday topic is what?
No, sir. Actually, I'm not able to do in the software, sir. Not getting any output, even I'm doing.
Who is talking?
My name is Ramya, sir.
Yesterday in Stuti we got output, right? Soumya something. I taken the access of system, right?
No, it's me only, sir. But we didn't get output, sir.
Actually, you only installed React over down.
Yes, sir.
Then yesterday why Soumya, today why Ramya?
No, sir. Actually, the message was given by.
Okay,
I think
fine.
its name is Somaya.
1 second, I'll give the access. You please share the screen.
Okay, sir.
Ramya, and click. Yeah, share your screen.
Okay, sir.
Global state, local state. State means what? Data. Global actions means logics. That logic is specific to the component or common for all components. Yesterday written this one. I told multiple times you should import that browser router links. Still you are not done the import statements.
Actually, I am not getting the import statements automatically, sir.
Automatically means you are writing every line of code. You do one thing. Go to the 6th line. Go to the 6th line. Last 2 characters you can remove browser router. Last 2 characters you remove. Control space you can type. Control space. Yeah. Browser below one. Browser router. Yeah. Then import statement is done, right?
Yes, sir.
Like that. Close the browser router.
Okay.
The same way link also we can do. Link also K remove. Click on the control space. Remove the K. Control space. Hey, you don't write the complete code. If you write the code, import statement will not get.
Here, link was not. Here we have to write it,
Remove
sir.
the first line browser router one more time. Remove that line above one. First line you can remove it. You do one thing, Ramya. You remove the complete code. You write one more time.
Okay, sir. Actually, I have removed it and wrote, but still
You understood
yesterday it
that
might
how
have.
to get the input.
Today I will. Okay, sir. So if
Otherwise,
we do this import statements, so we will get the answer, sir.
yeah, definitely. Let me do one thing. Again, if you're not getting output, again call 1 second.
Actually, from the day one, I am having the same issue. I was
See,
not
I
able
mean,
to
it's
do
all
it.
about the practice, all about the control space. If you start writing, all are errors.
Okay, sir.
I place the code in the chart box. You copy that code, paste it to your app.jsx file. Timing with import statements. Hey, you guys also, you don't write the complete names. Always use what? Complete names are control space. Control space, then only import statements are done. Even with home, this all should be. Man, do it fast.
Yes, sir.
You remove the complete code, place my code. That's all. Yeah, just a home button, home component is there, right? Go to the import statements once. Wait, as word in import statements. Yeah, fine. You remove that 2 and 3 lines. Remove the 2 and 3 lines. That base items also you remove. Base items also. Then you come to the home. Remove the E. Remove the E. 12th line. 12th line. Remove the E. Home. Component, not link. Component means yeah. There you can remove the E. Yeah, control space, enter. Control space. I think you written the home, small home, I think. You write the small home.
Yes, sir.
Control HOM. Did you done the export there? Open that home.jsx. Hey, we
Yes,
need to
I
export first. We need to
export.
export class name was function name was above. Function name was you can make second line. Make the small.
Is it specific to like
We
capital?
need to follow the conventions, capital H, but you didn't follow the convention. That's the point there.
No, sir.
Default.
Suppose if it is the name is
It's
it's
fine,
the
no
right.
problem. Go to the app.jsx. Yeah. I think home you didn't save. Save it. I think you're showing that control S. Good. Go for the app.jsx, then yeah. Now control space. HOME. It's not showing the data. You do one thing, make it as capital H. Home, go to the home.jsx file. Okay, make it as capital H. Function name is. Hey, check the code. Any mistakes are there? Export default capital H. Yeah, you come to the browser like folder structure. You right click on this file, home.jsx file. Folder structure, folder left side. There you can right click on the home.jsx, right click. Home.jsx. Home.jsx. HOME. Here you written a home.jsx, right? That file. That is right click. Right click and rename. Can we have the rename last year? Make it as capital H. Very good. Control X. Enter. Yeah, fine. You go to the app.jsx now. You do it only home. Remove the base items. Yeah. Remove that base items. Fine. No, import statement is not coming. Import should come. Huh? Routes is there, route is there. Fine. Home again controls. You remove that home one more time. Make it as control space. You write H4. Now you are getting right. Yes. Now you please run the code once. Now we should get at least that home button. Home is working, remain you can paste it. NPM run there. Okay. 5174. I think it's showing the port number 5174. Open it. Ramya, you please open.
Yes, sir, I got it, sir.
Ramya, copy that URL localhost 5174. You can paste
Yeah,
in the.
yes, sir. I pasted it. I'm getting, sir. I'm getting now.
It's working, huh?
It's working, sir. Can you
We
see?
are not seeing.
I think I don't know.
Working, right?
Yes, sir. It's working, sir.
Yeah, good. Thank you.
Thank
Reminding
you
you,
so
any doubts? Any
Thank you.
questions? Every time I will not take your screen. Please respond today itself. Any questions? I'll take your screen. No doubts. Any doubts? Please respond. Read the terminology, guys. Today class terminology is a bit important. Reducers. What is reducers? Huh? Local status, global status. Stater, global actions. What is the global action? The logic specific to the component are common for all components. Because add to cart functionality specific to the component are common for all components. Store is what is the store contains? Global state. Stand up. Are you sleeping? You say stand up. Stand up. Right, night duty is there. No, but we are. He is have work, I know. But what about you? What is the store contains? Global state means. See, you should know what is a global state and you should know what is an example. Example also. Tell me, what is a global state? The data common for all components. Global actions means common for all components. Global actions also known as reducers. Global actions means what? Today we need to get the clarity about the points. What is Redux? What is Redux? Library. Redux is a library providing predefined support. Redux store maintain the global state and what is the reducers? Global actions we can call it as reducers. How to maintain the local state? Local state means use state. What will come up? That's it. Store.j store file is the .jsx or JS file. Huh? Dot. What is the React starting point? We need to available this store to one component for all components. The store is available for one component, all components. To give the store to all components, we need to use one predefined component is called provider. That is what? Provider. What is the purpose of what? What is the purpose of what? Provider component. That is like, provider component. What the purpose of provider component, guys? To give what? To give the store to make available the store to make available, tell me guys, make available, to make available store to one component, all components are. All components use provider. Use what? Provider. Because the store should be available for one component, all components are. To give the store to make available store to all components, we are using what? Provider. To make available store to what? To make available store to all components, use provider. Make available store to give the store to all the components. Use provider. So React is all about like an import statement. You please take care about the import statements. You please cross check whether the import is done properly or not. Import is not done properly, you will not get output. What the purpose of the provider? Make available your store. Otherwise, to give your store to one component, all components are. To give the store to all components, you're going for what? Provider. The evening class bit important, guys. Evening class will take about the use selector, use store, use configure, use dispatch. Only evening class important. And tomorrow complete class, you should write the code. Don't miss the evening class, please. Not please. If you only can miss, not a problem. So I don't wait again. What is the purpose of provider? What is reducers? Reducers means global actions. And examples? Add to cart. Global actions. What is the meaning of global action? The action common for one component, all components are. Add to cart is specific to the component of multiple components are. Add to cart should be there in the veg items, non-veg items, milk items, like that. Hey, you do one thing. Parallel, you please create your own project also. Work on your project. Work on what? Yeah, that's all guys. Online people tomorrow evening you will meet for offline. Bye. Let me close the meeting.